following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow Industrials right now down 41. You get the Nasdaq up 8. S&Ps are off 2.5. Gold's on the move, folks. Gold's up 1230 at 1277. My take, we're going to go to 1300. We're going to talk to Darrell about that just as soon as I run the rest of this down. Silver's up 41 cents, $17.52. You get oil up 77 at 147.02, and King Dollar's up 427 ticks at 93.02. Euro's down 92 at 115, and the yen is up 1, trading out at 117.23. If you haven't test drove the Nadex product yet, folks, come over to our website at TFNN, and what you're going to see is right on the top or on the side, you can hit that banner, you can bring the account up, they'll put $25,000 of paper money into the account so you can understand how these contracts trade. This type of volatility is made for the Nadex product. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
Man, markets have been moving big ever since that S&P announcement yesterday, huh?
Pretty intense, there's no doubt. And, you know, folks, the first victim inside the banking community is already there. It's FXCM. FXCM.
They lost 225 million net negative equity last night, 25% down as of early morning trading hours yesterday. I haven't even looked at them today.
Today they just went from $12 FX. They're going to be out of business. This is pretty sad, folks. It's pretty amazing, actually.
They're trying to shore up capital. They say they are going to try to get it done by the end of the day. What do you think?
I think they're out of business.
Yeah, they got nailed hard, and it's really. I mean, they're basically one of the last two giants of the FX spot. They're actually the biggest in the U.S. and biggest in Asia.
Right. What you have, folks, is this: is that you have what the situation is that it's the clients that do owe FXCM because of the fast currency move, but they will never get the money. That's the bottom line. You know. Well,
and it's sort of, I was talking to a couple of traders last night too. Like Gain reported like, hey, we didn't have it, it didn't impact us negatively.
Yeah.
And they might maybe they still meet the minimum liquidity requirements. But part of that is they don't have to report the negative impact because they can count the negative margin due to them on their books as, equity, because it's basically, we have somebody who owes us money, right? So just like a bank can count, a loan as, capital, like an asset. And so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with Gain as well once all those margin calls come up.
I hear what you're saying, but what happens is that the way that it would work is that the net capital requirements, right, is let's picture that if this was an equity, right? If it was an equity and you got a margin call, if the broker-dealer called in a margin call and the margin wasn't paid, then the broker-dealer is on they have to pay it, period.
Exactly.
And then they can fight it up. But they only have 3 days on that. Right. Well, first off, let's instead of...
But FXCM is a pass-through dealer, so they can actually be on the hook to the bank, whereas Gain is a opposing trader. Okay, like what are we trading?
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt you, but let's get over to the gold contract for a second because I want to show you something, folks. What we want to do here is this is, if you're looking at the binary contracts inside the Nadex platform, gold is in an ABC structure on the way up, folks. Gold is 1277. It hit 1300 this morning. It has the price, has the volume, has everything that's happening. So if we go over to this Nadex platform for a second, I was just looking at this. So check this out. Right when we started the program, you could risk $6 for 94 at the, that's the 87 or 88 here. One second, let me get it up again. It's going to be more now because we just went up $3. But this is where you can make hay, folks, with volatility in spades inside this platform. So There she is. Okay. So if I bring this up right now, that's good. It's still right there. So that's the 93. That'd be the one to get. I mean, this is a, it's a big risk, but bottom, that's one of them. Yeah. So you're risking $650 to make $93. That's not a bad take. If we go, that's the one at 115. Let me just see if we go. What time? If we go to 11 o'clock. What's the cheapest one to 11? That could get interesting, couldn't it? Let's see. Am I still on the binaries? I'm still on the binaries.
Okay, so our target price is going to be
it's 1,300, man. It's 1,300.
All the way up. All right, baby.
Like right now.
Well, 1,300. I mean, you might as well go for the 130s. Yeah, 1,296.
Right. Well, what we did is this. If you watch it, we broke the B point. We broke it with volume. We did that at 0820. So this can be a straight line move like in a heartbeat. So let me just see something else here. If I take...
Well, you could also get the 1293s for like $6.
I know. No, that was the one I was talking about.
3 points closer. Might as well go for those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
$6 and you make 94. Right. And you lose 6. And you don't go overboard, folks. $6 is $6. Okay.
Right. Doesn't mean go in and put all don't go all in on your account because
no, because
exactly.
it's a high volume. But even if you get the expansion up, you're going to get action here. Let me just see something else though. If I go to the 9 to 11, and you go into over, this gets interesting. Am I on a spread right now? 1 second, hold it. If I buy one, that's not right. I must be on the wrong ones. 1 second. Over 1270. Oh, I see what's going on. That's interesting. So gold moved already so much that, you see that, Darrell? I'm on the 9 to 11s, but the biggest 9 to 11 is only, what, 972, right? That's still too expensive. I see what's going on. Right, because we had that move so quick. So
exactly. Yeah, it's all the way up to $92. Yeah, you don't want to be throwing that money in there.
No,
yeah.
Not even close. So it would be the daily. You want to take a shot.
And you have less time. So I mean, with the you get the daily, you have more time.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I mean, if you're getting them this cheap, I mean, the target is 1,300. So I advise don't forget that. And at the same time, don't be afraid to take half your position off when it hits.
No.
1293.
That's right.
Right?
I realistically, I would have at least half of it in at 85 or something. Do you know what I mean? Just you'll get your money, but you'll double your money. That's what it comes down to, folks. And it leaves the rest
way
of it
more
there.
than double your money. I mean, $6. I mean, if it gets to 1293, it's going to be worth. You get it at 43.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, even if we get it up another $10, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And what you actually can do, this is good. Oh, look at this is so funny as we're doing this. The 1290s right now just went from. That's tightening up, so that's interesting too. It's still 1293 still where it's at. It's still cheap. If you haven't traded the Nadex product, folks, this is no doubt the ultimate time to get out there and take a look at it and trade it. Because what you do have now, we have in the metals market this morning is silver finally broke topside. We finally got the juice inside silver, and that's what the metals market needed, folks. We have 33,000 contracts right now. You're at 1752. You're over the swing point, and it looks to me that we're going to have the juice. That's going to have the juice on that contract also, which is just dynamite, man. I mean, that's just a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So
we got it. I got it on. Let's see it go.
It's a beautiful thing. Totally.
But yeah, I still have some shorts on too on that dollar frag, so I'm waiting for them to settle out now.
Okay.
And, I went in and that's one thing I tell you. All the stuff I was reading yesterday, I mean, it was heartbreaking.
It's about as well. It's absolutely as intense as anyone has ever seen. I don't think there's ever been a currency move in the markets that we've been alive anyway. That something like that has happened, folks. What's surprising to me a little though. What is surprising is that with the loss of 250 million, I'm trying to figure out. I never realized that many people actually were trading the franc. You know what I mean? That's a tight market.
Oh yeah. I mean, but like, what is it? Like one lot though could have been like anywhere between $150,000 to $200,000.
Yeah, and that's
2,000 pip move. I mean, so it actually could add up pretty insanely fast.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. What you have, folks, is that the leverage that is allowed inside the FX platform or any of those currency platforms, you put up 2%, you leverage it out at 98%, or 10%, you leverage it out at 90%. That's why if you're trading currencies, you know, the Nadex platform is the name of the game, trading currencies, period. Because guess what? You trade as you lost. That's it. I mean, if you were in there yesterday, that's it. It's a defined risk deal at all times. And what's important inside the marketplace is specifically how much you can lose, not how much you can make. You know, because if you're always taking care of your downside, your upside will take care of itself. That's just how it goes. You know.
Exactly.
So.
And you know, I'm sure there's some people that like insanely cleaned up. You know, that just happened to be because but I mean, they were having to be fading that announcement because like the market was trailing up right into it. You know, on most charts when you're looking at it, I mean, it wasn't like there was massive moves there, but it was trailing up.
Yes.
But yeah, I got like it got so wide. I mean, I saw the spreads last night on dollar franc. I mean, literally that time's like 30 pips.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And if they get too wide, like you can't even make an option market on them. Because the bid-ask spread on the underlying is so wide, so they actually had to pull the dollar franc quotes because they couldn't even make a binary option market on it because the underlying market bid-ask spread got so wide.
No, it would make sense.
Yeah,
it absolutely makes sense.
And so they had to manually calculate because the bid-ask spread is so wide. So I'm waiting on my calculations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like 140 contracts left that I'm waiting for them to pay me on.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, expired in the money, and I mean there's no way I could have traded that or even would have touched that with like 6S or all that. Did you see the 6S margins tripled?
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, CME tripled up the 6S margins, and they went double yesterday and triple today.
Well, which totally makes sense, by the way.
Yeah.
Because what you have now, this is a situation, folks, that when you I'm sure many of you have heard this before, that markets, you don't realize there's plenty of currency traders there that they didn't realize that they were boiling like a frog, for the last probably month and a half. And they pull the rug on them, and that's it. Once the rug gets pulled, it's all over. And in that context, the reason I'm bringing that up, that's what it's all about when you have highs and there's zero volume. That's the boiling of the frog. Once the gate opens, folks, no one can get out. Now, yesterday was dramatic in the context of what was going on, but bottom line, it's the same type of situation. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow Industrials right now are down 46. Nadex is off 15. S&Ps are off 3.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. See the banner on the top, on the side. You can bring up the account. They'll put $25,000 worth of paper money into it. Of course, you can start to understand how the exchange works, number one, and how the contracts work. The largest thing here is you have defined risk on a continual basis. Right now, we got the Dow down 18, Nasdaq is up 9, S&Ps are off $1.50. You got gold up 9.30, silver's up 38 cents, and gold, bottom line, has the juice behind the move here. So we'll see exactly coming into this next 3 hours, can it make it up into this 1,300? Which is no doubt a huge expansion up. But what we did do is that we broke topside at 0820 with volume. You broke topside basically about 10 minutes ago with volume too. So it has some real.
We got Mike on the way from Dallas too.
Let's talk to Mike. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Darrell, I wanted to ask you a question. The other day when the Swiss changed their currency and how it was evaluated, the ECB president was very critical of this. And my question to you is, why do you think they did not notify the European Commission of this? And that's my question.
My take on that is that what you have is this. So picture, folks, you have your currency. Well, first off, the foundation inside the financial markets are the biggest sharks in the world. It's survival, flat out. Okay, you know, in between finance and politics, those are the two biggest sharks in the world. When push comes to shove, the Swiss, no way we're going to let the Europeans basically steamroll them, and that's what was going to happen. I mean, you know, Europe is done. You know, I've been saying this for a long time, but Europe's done. Europe's in big, big trouble. I mean, this is just not money. This is society. You know, that's what people are scared to say. But the bottom line is that it is. So, you know, this to me goes right back to how the Swiss are smart, big time. Think about something for a second. Think about how small that country is. They can keep themselves out of war. They have forever. They're rich beyond belief. For the amount of, I'd love to really, I'm sure someone has this number, the amount of wealth that is distributed around the world from the amount of Swiss, they have it all, man, and they're not going to give it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And the Germans would be next.
Okay.
You know,
and when you're going to make that kind of announcement too, like it's not, I mean, it's one that you have to make. You can't like announce it slowly. Like, they would have went in and started moving their own currencies against them. So if they knew the kind of move that the ECB was going to make on their currency, but basically, I think at a certain point the ECB was, I don't know what kind of financial issue it may cause, but I mean they were having to pump quite a bit to keep that currency at 1.2 on the euro franc.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you all very much.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And, you know, folks, you know, one of our tigers in the den is news for you, Tom. So goes Europe, so goes the U.S. Not even close, folks. Okay? The U.S. is so different than Europe, okay? And if you've been to Europe, you know it. It's not even close. We're so far away from Europe, it's insane, okay? Europe is a different ballgame. What has happened in Europe, this has been going on for a couple hundred years. And what it is, folks, is this. So picture it. I had an office in London in the 80s, and I was always trying to figure out how the Europeans could work, but they'd take 3 months off, and what would happen there is that they didn't have to work. I'm saying to myself, this is amazing. Well, what that was, folks, was this. That was a couple centuries of most Europeans, they would have a second house. Those houses went down generations. So what that did is quality of life-wise, there's no doubt that there was a lot of people that had a quality of life. That's the first part. The second part, though, that I saw that was a total disconnect was that, you know, in London, you know, the king, or the queen and the prince owns almost all of the land in London. So you're doing, you know, land leases. I'm saying to myself, okay, this is weird. The biggest part of it, though, has to do with that can only go on so long, meaning that that quality of life can only go on so long. And then you have the social fabric, and the social fabric no one was paying attention to. And the bottom line is that the social fabric, they're done. They're taking over. It's going to, you know, Europe is not going to be Europe pretty soon. This is Tom O'Brien, Darrell Martin. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow Industrials right now are up 6, Nasdaq's up 16, S&Ps are up 2. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
How would you feel if you had a powerful decision-making tool that has the ability to find high-probability trading opportunities across multiple time frames in equities, currencies, and futures? Search no more. Take advantage of the best trade with the TAS Profile Scanner. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to help them make the best and most accurate decisions. Scan over 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments for high-probability trading setups utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time, for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. Subscribers will also gain access to the December 9th workshop with John Logan. There's no obligation to pay anything. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And if we go over, I want to go over to the dollar index for a second and show you something here, because this is going to be the move that you should be looking at right now, folks. And if we take a look at this, what the dollar wants to do right now, we'll put this on a 10-minute. It's going back to test the spike high when this whole move took place. So the spike high in the dollar index is 93. Flat out, 93.30, and right now we're at 93.25. So how this tested is also could be a nice little trade, meaning that it looks at this particular point it's not going to have the juice up at that level, but it's been trying to test it since yesterday morning. The dollar index, folks, yesterday when this happened in Switzerland, the dollar went from 92.40 to 93.51, 93.30, and then all the way back down to 91.99.
Oh, it was so crazy last night.
Right?
I was watching this thing like balance 100 pips in 30 minutes over and over again.
No, totally. And this is so watch how the setup is here. This is going to be really wild watching this shake out. Don't be surprised if our own Fed or another central bank comes out earlier with another announcement throwing more volatility inside the marketplace, folks. Okay, because these currency moves right now, the central banks themselves, I'm sure, they're not shaking in their boots, but they're pretty close to it. You know, because what we don't know yet is that the amount of losses inside the large banking structures. You know, Barclays come out already and said, yeah, they have hundreds of millions of losses. We just don't know, you know, is a much larger institution on the hook for, well, actually, let me go to Barclays first and see what Barclays. So Barclays, the third largest currency deal in the world, lost tens of millions of dollars Thursday amid an unexpected surge in Swiss franc, according to a person with knowledge. That's not a lot. Barclays can take 100 million. They lost 100 million. That's not a big deal, folks. How Citigroup will be doing, though. Okay, this is interesting. Citigroup has the largest share of... Okay, so Citigroup has the largest share of foreign exchange markets. They're 16%. Let's go look at Citigroup. So that means it's going to be Citigroup. That's... If Citigroup has 16%...
Oh.
That's insane. I mean, that's what happens, but that is a number, folks. You know, you see, there's no possible way... yeah, Citigroup's going after this 014 level, you know. There's no possible way you can hedge against something like that. That's what that comes down to, too, by the way. So the real key, and this is where, if you're trading the Nadex product, folks, okay, you're in great shape because you have defined risk. That's it. That's all. When you put your trade on, your trade is your amount of risk. And that's absolutely huge. Why is it huge? Because what you can expect, again, and I remember the first time this ever happened that I saw in the marketplace, intraday. And what it was is that when Alan Greenspan and Robert Rubin came on the air in 1998 at 10 past 3, this was over the long-term capital debacle on the way down, they turned around and they reduced interest rates by 2%. And the market, you know, had been going down straight for about 6 or 7 weeks. Bottom line is that I was on the air live. We were trading live. At that point, there was always 3 of us on the air, and we were always trading live right on the air. It was 3 to 4 in the afternoon. And I remember saying, that ain't fair, that ain't fair. And I'm closing positions. I can't believe this ain't fair. I was laughing. You talk about naive folks, okay? That's about as naive as you can get. And I had been in the market for 10 years before that. My point is that very well can happen again intraday out here in the next today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what, and the way that I can tell you this, the way that gold is trading, it looks to me like that's exactly what's going to happen. Something's going to happen that we're going to walk in here and gold's going to be up $100, $125, which we haven't seen. And in fact, you haven't seen that phenomena, folks, even in the context of the gold run from 2001 up to 2010 or 11 rather, and then we had to pull back from 2012 all the way to last November. But the way gold is trading right now, it's trading number one that it wants to go a lot higher on a technical basis, but a fundamental basis, it is absolutely a currency, and I don't think you're going to see that change at all for at least 2, 3, 4 years. The reason being is that the Swiss bank took the lead. They took the lead and said, guess what? We have a strong currency. If you're going to put money, and this is the kicker, what's going on, folks, is that if you put money into a Swiss bank, they are charging you 0.75% to put money in there. They're charging you. You don't get any money. They charge you. That's how strong the franc is, okay? So it's a heads up in an extraordinary way. There's no two ways about it. And what happened yesterday, what does happen with currencies, and I can understand why, depending on what channel you were listening to, there was reporting that was done on these financial channels that they actually were explaining that they thought that was bad for the Swiss. I'm saying to myself, what are you, crazy? The Swiss overnight are rich beyond belief, okay? That's what it comes down to. Their market went down 10%, but guess what? The market could go down 10%, and the franc, the amount that went up, it's still a net positive inside the context of what they have at the end of the day. And that's all that really matters, is what you have at the end of the day. We go over to this gold contract again, and we need some movement here. We don't have to.
Yeah, no, I'm like, come on, move. It's just sort of oscillating around right there.
It's just hanging there, no doubt.
I was looking over here just on some of the updates. I just put an FXCM to see what it say, and that's all like fallout from they got the Deutsche Bank there saying about 150 million loss. Barclays, just like you said, 100 million.
Yeah.
I know FXCM, they're around 225 million. FXCM, I hadn't pulled it up this morning. I've been so focused on other things, but yeah, they actually were down to $1.50, and they shut down trading today.
No, I saw them trading this morning. $1.50, $1.25.
Yeah, but when the market opened, they closed it. Like there's no trading after market open there.
Right, and they're probably out of business.
And the CFTC is reviewing them right now.
Yeah.
So that just came across at 10:35. The CFTC is reviewing the situation. Yeah.
They'll have to, more than likely, folks. Here, let me just see. They probably can get someone to. Let me see.
So would you say that would be and I mean, not trying to advise anybody on what to do or not do, but as a trader, if you have an account, like say at FXCM, would it be one of the things where you might want to go ahead and do a withdrawal until the dust settles, and then go from there? How does that work?
What would happen is that the FXCM, and this is what's pretty cool, okay? So FXCM is registered, right? So I wouldn't expect that no one's going to lose any money in their accounts at FXCM. What will happen is that FXCM, kind of what you said earlier, right? That leverage that goes out there, folks, okay, is that they have a banking partner for that leverage. Now, the question is, who is that banking partner that's on the hit for $250 million? You see what I'm saying? That's what that's going to be, okay? It's going to be, who backed them for that type of leverage, meaning the company in general. So that's what it's going to be, and it's going to be interesting. So FXCM, and this is where it dribbles down. You're going to have some funds get hit. You get Fidelity owns 11.5% of it. BlackRock is 10% of it. MFS is 6.8% of it. So there's going to be some losses out here. And they take in $130 million a quarter. So if they take in $130 million a quarter, let me just see something else. They make money. So what you could have here is this: someone may come in and wipe out all the equity and buy them, because they do big numbers. They did 1.3 trillion with a T, folks, in business last year. So.
Yeah. Alpari shutting its doors.
Who?
Alpari.
I'm not familiar.
They're big in like London and Europe.
Okay.
Like massive retail broker there. They actually used to be here in the U.S. until after all the new regulations came in.
Wow.
And they just said they could not cover their losses. They're closing their doors. Global brokers, New Zealand, obviously big in New Zealand. They don't even have $1 million to meet the minimum regulatory requirements, so they are shutting their doors.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah. See you at Saxo Bank.
That's pretty intense, man.
And this was interesting. And now I know they have you sign. I've opened an account with them before in the past.
Okay.
And you have like this one page that has like 30 words on it, and it's in like 40 or 50 font. And it literally says, "We are trading against you, not passing on your trades."
Okay.
And you're okay with that? They forgave all of their negative equity balances
as they closed the doors.
No, they haven't closed their doors. They just forgave all the negative equity balances. Which the only way I can justify that in my head is saying that they were just doing an opposing trade, video game style. They hadn't passed it on.
Oh, they were lucky. Oh my God. Yeah. So what that's saying, folks, is that the currency dealer would have been making all that profit, and they didn't pass it on, and that's one time that it helped everyone. Unbelievable. Because what will happen is that the currency broker didn't pass it on, so the trade was never real, and the loss was so dramatic that the clients themselves lost everything. But they said, okay, guess what? You didn't lose anything. We're scratching that trade. That's
this is like the one time where them trading like directly against you actually could pay out.
Yeah, exactly. Wild. Let's go over to the S&Ps for a second, because inside the Nadex platform, folks, okay, you can basically buy, sell those S&Ps, and what we have right here right now is this. We are at 1991.75. We've already tested the top of that bar is 1993, no, 1992.27. And we're going to have this juice. One more test of this, the top of this bar right here. So 1993.74. I want to see a test of that. We get a test of that, which we're right next to, on a 10-minute bar, and if it can't make it on volume, that could be a nice sell inside that S&P. Because what you're going to see out here is the volatility continue. The S&P itself was coming into a massive downdraft that was created on the 15th, and that has huge juiced on the way down. And I don't see it going above that level. So that would be a nice trade, basically selling those S&Ps, you know, for the end of the day also. There's action everywhere.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's caused. I mean, like last night. I mean, it didn't matter. I mean, if you were trading currencies, it was rocking.
Right.
And you know, one of the things. Speaking of trading currencies, one of the things that we've been talking about these 5-minute binaries that have come out.
Yes.
I mean, currencies are moving, right? So
yeah.
And we added a little upgrade to our scanner.
To a scanner, okay.
Yeah, where you can go in and because I got sick of having to scroll and everything else and wait, and so when it had the programmers added this little feature where I can take it, I can go in and I just reset all the filters. Okay, and we'll hit demo for a second or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Reset all the filters. You go down to 5 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
So 0 to 5 minutes. And you choose your 4 FX pairs. So
okay.
it's Aussie, Euro, dollar, pound, dollar, and dollar yen are the 4 that are on the 5-minute contracts.
Yes.
And when you scroll down, now you can see all 4 and all the contracts listing on one page.
Yes.
Like we used to have the headers for all the expirations, even if there was nothing there, and just shrink it.
Yes.
So we just made it eliminate it if it didn't qualify.
Okay.
And these contracts, what will happen is actually 10 seconds before they even start trading. Okay, so like at 10:54 and 50 seconds, we'll list the next 5 minutes contracts.
Yes.
And you can open the tickets and be ready.
Oh,
because these 5-minute contracts move so quick.
Right.
And so you can have, like, if you're like, okay, I'm looking at a long, then you can go in and you can actually open up the long ticket before the market even starts trading.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Have it ready, put in your price, like your maximum you're willing to pay or whatever.
Right.
And and then all of a sudden, boom, opens up. Yep, still long. Submit, like, because these things literally. I mean, you've seen them. They can move $30 in like a blink of an eye.
That's right. And so, folks, the way that you test drive the Darrell's Analyzer, you come over to our website at TFNN, and you're going to see it right under the newsletters. Bottom line, you can test drive it 30 days absolutely free. So first, come over to TFNN, open up the account so that you can do the correlation inside it, and that's what's so dynamic. There's no doubt, and it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. This is, currency dislocations. Also, by the way, folks, okay, give you on a continual basis the largest moves inside the marketplace because the dislocations are vicious. This is Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We want to hear from you folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are up 9. Nadex down 12. S&Ps are up 2. You got gold up 10.40. Silver's on the move. Finally up 50 cents at 17.60. King dollar up 796. We're at 93.408. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. Darrell Martin. We're talking about the Nadex platform. And if you're watching these S&Ps right now, this is going to be a beautiful thing because it's going to be ready right before we get off the air. We're at 10:54 right now. The test coming into this 1995.25 is right now, and this is going to not have the juice behind the move, which is a beautiful thing. Where's this other chart of mine? I just canned it. Let me bring this one over here. 1 second. We'll bring this one down and bring this one over. And what you're going to see on this setup here. So we're looking at the S&Ps. The test we're looking for, it's right at it right now. So now, Darrell, let's go back to, before we get off the air here, we'll go back to the, you can do the binaries or the spreads. If I go to the spreads first, indices, spreads. Okay, so spreads, S&P 500. Okay, so first we need a, oh, this is too bad. It's, here. So anyway, here, what happens, folks, is that it's the 11 o'clock bar. That's what we're looking at. And the 11 o'clock bar, We're at 1996.50. The 11 o'clock bar would have to close under 1995.25. So you got to wait 5 minutes before you basically even put this trade on. It's not going to have the juice because the juice you'd actually be looking for, contract-wise, you'd be looking for 121,000 contracts. We'll see whether I can get it, but right now you're only at, let's see this, 50. Yeah, well, maybe it will. You're at 54,000 right now. That's what did I say? 300? No. You're 5,400 right now. You need 35,000. I don't think it's going to get it. But bottom line is that right at 11 o'clock, folks. Okay, if this little baby is closing underneath that, that would be a shot. If it's not, then what you're going to have to wait for is the bottom of the downdraft that was created at 9:30 yesterday morning, which would be 2,000.25. That would be the next number where you'd run into. And more than likely, that's going to be it because we're at 1998.50 right now. You get over one level and it'll get into the next level, no doubt. FXCM they just come across the tape. They're trying to get money off Jeffries right now. They're trying to get $200 million off Jeffries, and that's what Jeffries has specialized in the past, folks. Okay, they come up with some bread. Basically, when things are bad, they get these people off the floor again, and then they move the product out pretty quickly. So if you haven't test drove that Nadex platform, this is a great time to do it. Get over there and do it. And the trade here then is the 2,000. That's where this trade's going to shake out. Gonna be wild watching this whole thing shake out, man. No doubt. Dow right now is up 72. Nasdaq's up 29. S&Ps are up 5.5. Gold's up $8. You get silver up 43 cents. The King Dollar. Let's go do King Dollar before we get out of here. King Dollar right now is up big numbers. You're up 667 ticks. So if we take a look at this, it was trying to get into that high. It got up over that high. So your benchmark on that King Dollar is 93.30. We spiked it. It didn't have enough volume on the spike, though. Spiked it, got on the other side. Now, if you get volume coming off this, bottom line, it's a sell. It's going to be wild. Darrell Martin, thank you so much, man. You have a great one, safe one. You stay right there, folks. I'm in. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And then, of course, Sanico and Paige going to keep you healthy. Dave White and myself are going to be back. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. You stay right there. Darrell's coming right up. Thanks, Darrell. Have a great one, man.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.